Hi Aries, I hope you're all doing well. My name is Gabriella for anybody new. So Aries, when I was meditating on the energy, I was getting that like you can be minding your business trying to get something done and your guides have such a specific message for you. It's like you're trying to do your work or you're trying to do this or that and they will like not leave you alone with something. Um like there's just something that you need to see. It's almost like you can't proceed without acknowledging something that they want you to see or something to acknowledge, and it may actually help you get done what needs to get done, but you may not feel like that initially. Like it may feel somewhat even distracting when it first happens, but it's because they're trying to communicate with you. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm getting something about like boundaries, or you feeling defensive about something, or like feeling the need to protect yourself even. We're starting off with the Queen of Wands. Is that the Two of Swords? It's the High Priestess. What's going on? You feel confident when it comes to your intuition, trusting yourself. As I said before, it feels very much like your guides are trying to communicate something with you. Like, maybe it's also before you make a particular decision. It's like you're about to press send and they're like slapping the phone out of your hand. It's something like that. The thing is that I'm seeing you be grateful for this. Like, I'm seeing you be hand in hand with the High Priestess here. Definitely trusting yourself. There's even an appreciation of the way that they communicate with you, because I'm seeing it's like when they need to get your attention, they'll get your attention, and I'm seeing you be good with that. Like, receptive to it. Maybe about a relationship. I'm seeing the Four of Wands. Sorry, I think I have a piece of O's hair is stuck to my lip gloss. I always my cat for anybody new tuning in. Yeah, something karmic is going on. And I did keep seeing Scorpio before in the pre-shuffle. It's like, what's happening? Are we going to listen to our intuition or not this time? I'm so sorry if this is distracting. I think that I got it. Hopefully. So you have the ability to listen to the High Priestess, or make a decision, taking a chance, doing something else. But it looks like, because you're following your intuition, this is gonna like change your luck with something. But that doesn't mean it's gonna be easy, is what I'm hearing. Definitely gonna be something that's worth it to you. It's like you're trusting yourself above all else here. I'm hearing knowing that you're right. I'm hearing, will I do it this time? So I think this is like a greater knowing of where particular impulsive behaviors have gotten you in the past and what karmic experiences these have led you into. And I'm seeing a reflection about this. It's like you have gotten to the point within your cognitive development that you have played this tape to the end. Maybe more than once we've played the tape to the end. So you know what this brings you, and how like certain impulsive desires have impeded upon your sense of stability and what it is that you build and create for yourself. If this is not you acting impulsively, meaning like you're not the one like chasing someone and I'm hearing banging down their door, this may be an energy that you feel very much penetrated by, meaning like you feel very affected by this person's energy. And yeah, you have a hard time denying access to it. So it's like if someone approaches you in a particular way, even if you may know when you're grounded that like you're not ready for something, or you're not at that place to get physical with someone. It's like when this person hits on you, if you find them attractive, you're like, yeah, let's have a good time, you know what I mean? So it's like really thinking about this. And I mean, obviously it's more complicated than that, um but yeah, it's like something related to like your behavior and how you have an understanding of it now and the effect of that thing. And like now you have a chance to turn the wheel of fortune in your favor because you understand something that I don't think you completely grasped before. That doesn't mean it's not going to still be a struggle, because this is still something tempting I'm seeing here. Like the Knight of Wands is fun, and if you want to have fun, the Knight of Wands is someone you want to engage with. However, like there's something else going on here and it needs to be paid attention to, is what I'm seeing. Like definitely reflecting on what the effect of a particular behavior is going to have on you. And this can just mean not making quick decisions in general. It's like you may have the impulse immediately to like say yes to that or okay to that or whatever it is, and you're being guided to take a seat and sit with that for a minute, and rather than just going off impulsively what you want to do, to think about it and reflect. Balance things out a little bit. Like I'm seeing something may need to get watered down a little bit before you send it, or before you communicate or have a particular conversation with someone. It's funny too because like we're looking at the Ten of Pentacles and then we're looking at the Knight of Wands next to it. So it's like stability and instability running into one another, because the Knight of Wands is like going after the stability, but he may be going too fast to be able to actually conjure this up in a way where there's a solid foundation here. And this is why the balance comes through with Libra over here. It's like I'm seeing Libra almost like grab the Knight of Wands by the collar and like hold it back, because it's like you're not going to get there riding on that horse, is what I'm hearing. So it's like you need to simmer something down in order for it to in order to get to the destination you're trying to get to, because it's like if you're going too fast you may like run out of gas, is what I'm getting. And so like this needs to be a more steady, I'm hearing a more steady like build to the climax of where you're trying to go. I'm seeing this also has to do with like emotions too. It's like maybe your body wants to go in one direction, your emotional body wants to go in another direction, and it's like Libra is here trying to balance all of this stuff out here. So it's like something even needs to like come together. Like I'm getting a sense of like something needs to be synthesized, because it's like physically with your sacral energy it may be in a very different place than your heart frequency is. So this is about like getting everything on the same page and making sure that everything has like the flow and movement, because like I'm getting something even about a cap off. It's like something going on with the sacral energy, and it's like you may be, if other chakras are blocked, it may be just like funneling through the sacral energy, and so it's like kind of blasting through. And so like something needs to be, I'm hearing, regulated. So there's like some type of blockage potentially that's happening that like needs to be balanced out. This is one of those moments too where it's like you like overindulge when you feel connected with someone, and so it's like instead of taking it at like a slow 10 miles per hour, it's like you're at 100 and you're just like zooming all around here. I'm getting such a fast energy, Aries. It's an energy that's really excited, and I'm also hearing excitable, but it's one that needs to be grounded. There's a lack of control here, and not that everything needs to be under control, but in this situation particularly, I think that you've just experienced an outcome that was undesirable because of doing things in this manner, and that's why the edit is needed, and like a wise edit here. It's like actually listening to your intuition, because I'm seeing it almost be like this fight, and it's like you have the high priestess above the Knight of Wands, like looking down on him. And we're just picking pronouns here. I'm seeing this all be like, when I say her or him or whatever, we're just talking about like the masculine and feminine energy all within you. So the high priestess is up here looking down at the Knight of Wands, and so there's like this higher self, this higher awareness of like what your physical body is doing and what it wants to do and where it's trying to go and these ideas that it has going through its head. And then you have like the higher self that is separated, like the observing energy that is watching all of this. And it's like I'm seeing the Knight of Wands be very, very motivated by love here. It's like love, the chance of love. I see you and I feel very connected with you. It's like this very excited, and I'm hearing again excitable energy with the Knight of Wands here. But the High Priestess is saying there needs to be an added element to this. It can't just be how you're physically reacting based off of the stimuli you're experiencing. Because I'm seeing too, it's like that moment where it's like, yes, we do have a connection. Yes, there is love here. Yes, there's physical attraction here. However, the way to get where you want to go with this person, it needs to be slow. It needs to be steady. I'm hearing something about the trifecta. I'm actually looking at we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups here. So it's like embracing all of these aspects of yourself and grounding it with the earth energy, which all of us have. This is about like slowing something down enough to be able to like feel the full effect and potential of these energies as they work together in unison, in like a harmonious flow with one another, rather than just focusing on like body, or just focusing on like astral body, or just focusing on like stagnancy. It's about grounding this energy so everything can work together in a way that works, rather than just leaning like one way or the other. Because you may have found too that it's like you're either getting really physical and neglecting what's going on emotionally, or you're hyper focusing on your emotions and then neglecting what's going on physically for you. So this is about like making room on the stage for everybody to come through, but like allowing everybody to have a fixed time. You know what I mean? And I'm saying everybody, like these different aspects of you here. Because you may want to wait to say something. Like on the emotional front, it may not be the time for this, and you may feel like you're giving too much away by doing this. It's like you may want to jump up and like spill out everything that you're feeling, and it may just be inappropriate right now as far as the timing for this situation. I'm almost seeing this. I'm hearing something about a pitfall. I'm almost seeing this be something that you may realize that you do. It's like you may like over explain or say too much emotionally, like before the time is right. This is kind of like a forced intimacy, like through emotional sharing type of thing. And I'm seeing like this needs to be grounded too. And I'm seeing that this is something that's being worked on. Like there's a transition happening when it comes to how you express yourself emotionally and slowing things down. So it's like you feel balanced in the way that you're thinking about this, the way you're processing it, and then the way that you're talking about it, the way that you're speaking it out, and you feel like your speech and your emotional experience is balanced. Like both of these things are balanced with one another. Cause yeah, I'm getting something about, it's like, now this is a generalization and we're just using an example. It's like you meet someone and within like 3 days of hanging out with them, it's like you don't do anything else. You just hang out with this person for 3 days. You neglect everything else that's going on with you, and by the third day you tell this person you love them. Like it's one of these. It's like a very sped up energy, and it's important to try to balance this down, because I'm seeing something about like a sense of codependency here, and a sense even of like people pleasing. And I think that you know too, like certain triggers that you have, and maybe it's like a particular type of person. It's like you're generally attracted to like the same type of energy within people, and you're also learning now that this same energy is one that triggers you into this like out of balance behavior. So there's a sense of like gaining more awareness and understanding of this. It's the line between you being true to yourself and authentic and passionate and expressing that honestly, and then also like the the development of that and the maturity of that versus energy that is very loose and out of control and just like going everywhere, and it's very very chaotic. Because there's a place and a time for things to be exciting and to get like swept up in it and carried away, and then there's also a sense of like wanting to have that stability or that anchor when you need to reach out for it when things get too ungrounded. So it's like if you want to have the high highs, you also need to have some sort of anchor for yourself, and I'm seeing is a lack of an anchor here, a lack of a grounding energy. But it's something that's being worked on. It's something that's being cultivated. With the high priestess here, there is a large awareness of this. This is what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing you be very intuitive. I'm seeing you also be very in touch. You just may be ignoring it at times. At times when you know it's important, is what I'm hearing. The Scorpio energy is really sticking out to me here. I'm looking at Moon, Jupiter, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini. It's almost like I'm seeing a moment where you get excited about something, and if you don't restrain your energy, it's like you are thinking about this is in mind here. It's like the lovers, something you feel connected with. It's like you're also feeling love here. This is like the foundation of a very gorgeous relationship. And then it's like you think about this, you have this in mind. Remember, energies can always be reversed. And it's like you're getting on your horse to go deliver this to somebody. It's like I see you as like somebody that I can be with. I feel very compatible with your energy. I'm starting to have feelings here. It's something that I want to talk to you about, wanting to come through in this way. But it's like it's being delivered to this guy over here. So it's like, who is this person that you're delivering this to? Because it doesn't seem like someone that you can trust. And I think that you would get that. Like, maybe you're also, somebody becomes available to you, and rather than reading the energy, you're like, this could work out in a situation, or like you're missing something that you need to be seeing. Because it almost feels like you're walking into a situation that I'm hearing Death Star. I think that is a reference to a movie or a show or something, and I have absolutely no context for that, but that is coming through. It looks like you're walking into some type of like trap or vortex or something like this, and this can even be self-sabotaging behavior. It's like you know that's the direction you're going in, and you're still going in that direction anyway. But I'm seeing you stop short and be like, do I really want to go through with this? Like, I'm seeing you take a moment to think about something. The thing is too that I'm seeing you have great intentions here, which also makes it hard too, because there's a sense of like wanting to continue going towards something, but you may recognize that like it's one of those moments where something looks very attractive, it looks very appealing to you, and as you're getting closer to it, you're kind of recognizing that it was like somewhat of a mirage, and it's like you're starting to see what's actually under there, and like the energy coming off of that thing feels a little radioactive, and you're like, I think that I may actually go backwards now a little bit. Like, this is the sense that I'm getting. It's like, it just seems like you could potentially be walking towards something that seems like dangerous to you energetically. As I said before, like, I am seeing that you have good intentions here. Like, there's a sense of coming from a solid background with what it is that you want. You just may not be seeing something about, like, what the implications of this decision or who this person is that you're connecting with. Let's get further on this, because I feel like there needs to be more context to this. To go over the signs again, I'm looking at the Moon, Jupiter, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini. For some of you, this is somebody that you already had an experience with in the past that went downhill, and this is like potentially being brought back to life. It's like now they're coming through again in a way that you feel is appealing or attractive, and it's something that initially you're like feeling magnetic towards this person, wanting to connect with them. But you also know what happened last time too, and you're being guided to pay attention to that. Because I'm getting like we may be walking up into a repeat here. I'm hearing like Groundhog's Day, so. When I went to split the deck before, it was the same ones. I'm looking at Leo and I'm looking at the Six of Cups here. I'm hearing remember. There's something about needing to recall something or regain awareness. It's like something that you had known even at one point, or that was more fresh in your brain, that like you have to pull back out. Maybe why you left that situation in the first place. It's like, remember, I'm seeing the little Page of Cups be popping out, like, don't forget that thing. I'm hearing, remember how you cried, remember how you waited. There was a sense of, like, you not finding what you needed with that person. I'm hearing back there. So I'm hearing, remember what got you caught up in the first place. I'm looking at the Devil and the Six of Pentacles. Somebody's trying to dance with you. I don't think that you're going to be able to bargain with this guy over here. It's like trying to make a deal with the devil, but he's negotiating your values with you. So what's it going to be? I'm seeing a situation where it's like you walk up to a door and you open it and you walk through it, and then you find yourself again walking up to that same door and you're about to open it again and walk through it. It's like one of those, I'm hearing, mirrored situations. So it's like you may have walked out of an opportunity or walked away from something that you did not feel was working for you, or you did not find what you were looking for, and you were like, you know what, I'm going to pack my things up and move away. And it's like now you're walking back into a very similar situation potentially with the devil here. There's like too much of a concern with something, or like a particular thing is being focused on, and you may be like missing the point of something else. So there's like a perspective shift that needs to happen. I'm seeing really heavy Capricorn here with the devil in the world. It's like I'm seeing it be a notion where you have completed this lesson before, you've learned this lesson before. It's like you don't have to get up and get on stage and dance with the devil again, but he's back here asking you if you want to. So I'm seeing one of those things here. But I think like you've already been through this phase where you've recognized what your values are and how you need to take control of ensuring that what you're doing is in alignment with that for you. Here we are with Leo on the bottom of the deck again, and I'm looking at the sun, maybe something going on with the fifth house even. I'm hearing violet. I think that something comes through and distracts you, is distracting potentially within the environment, but I think that you're going to know better and end up breezing past this. Because this is like, with the devil here and the ace of wands, it's something seductive. It's like, do you want to be involved in this? It's like appealing, alluring, all of these things that want to like draw you in and pull you in and like catch you off guard is what I'm hearing. But this looks like someone that you've seen before. It's like a familiar type of energy, so you know better than to get involved with it because you know you're not going to be treated how you want to be treated. You're not going to feel valued the way you want to be valued, and you've recognized that this is a situation where rather than like allowing someone else to drive, you're meant to be driving here. For some of you too, like this can even have to do with like your work life or your finances even. Career. Like for some of you, you could have even transitioned out of a company that there was like something out of balance when it came to like compensation or how you were being treated or what even was expected of you. It's like if something was not resonating with you anymore and you had to move on from it. Because the devil can also speak of like the industry and stuff. You have the opportunity to like graduate or complete something here and step up and like be in control in a different way. It looks like you're wearing a different type of outfit for this. And I mean, this can be a metaphor for something. It's like you have different responsibilities here now. It looks too like you have more creative liberty in whatever this thing is that you've been transitioning into. So it's like rather than I'm seeing before you could have needed to be like more official with something, or it's like you really had to be like I don't know, very specific or particular with something that you were doing, and now you have like more creative freedom, or there's like more trust for you to express yourself in the way that you want to. Like you have more power. Maybe not more power, but it's like power in a different way even. It's like now instead of having to wear like a suit and tie to work every day, you can wear like the casual clothes that you want to. It's just like slightly different, something like that. And you feel like you can be yourself more. Like it feels too like you're trusting yourself to like shine from the inside out is what I'm hearing, Aries. Maybe being more courageous with something, the way that you're expressing yourself. Yeah, you could have felt tied down by a specific energy. That's interesting. What an interesting little segue in there. So, yeah, no, what is this? I'm seeing like you've walked away. Hold on. So we're segueing back into the personal relationship. Although this can be for some of you, it's like you left a job because you were like, this is not what I want, this is not what I need, or like I can't be here anymore, or like our time has come for this to be finished, I've like finished out the contract, whatever, and then you walk away and now it's like they're ringing your doorbell again, they're calling you up, like asking if you can sub, I'm hearing for some of you, and it's like, we already did this dance, I don't want to put those shoes back on again. For those of you that this is a person coming back around, it's like you've walked away multiple times is what I'm hearing. It's like you even tried to kind of build like half of a wall, but it's like I'm seeing this person still like peeking over. You see how the cups here, it's like instead of it being a full wall, it's like a half wall. It's like a partition here. So it's like they're just peeking over and they're trying to like throw the Ace of Wands at you to get you to turn around. It's like they're trying to make this offer to you to see if you'll turn around. But I think you have your own Ace of Wands here. So I don't think that you need this, and I don't think you need them, and I think you know it too. It's going to be a sticky situation to get back involved with this thing. Because like you have your own plans now and you have your own direction now, and I think that you're good walking away from this. That's not to say it's not tempting, like you may peek backwards for a second or like over your shoulder, but I think that you're going to keep continuing on because I think that you know the lesson that you learned with this person, and I don't think you want to do it again. Time for that judgment call. I'm hearing hold on, I need to know what song this is. You know that little frog in the cartoon that sings "Is You Is" or "Is You Ain't My Baby"? That's what I'm hearing here. I wonder if that clearly it has some type of significance. It wouldn't be coming up. By Dinah Washington. I think BB King also. Yeah, this is what I'm getting. So it's like maybe somebody trying to pull you back in and being like, do you want to be together? Do you not want to be together? I think that you recognize that, like, I'm seeing this be a stressful decision. Like, I'm seeing you get, like, a little bit sweaty here, needing to make this choice, but it's definitely something that you can handle, and it's a question of, is this really a place where you're going to be valued in the way you know that you deserve to be valued? Especially for who you are. Like, I'm seeing you also have a lot of responsibilities, and I'm seeing like you may be in some type of high stress career, or it's like because of the responsibilities you have, there's high stress, you're in control of a lot of things, and it's like, is this something you want to add onto your plate? That is this going to resonate with you? Is this going to empower you? Or is this something that's going to suck you in and make it even harder for you to deal with the stuff that you're already dealing with? Because I'm seeing you've worked hard for the things that you have too. So the question is, like, is this going to aid you in your growth and like aid you with the things that you're doing? Is this going to be a supportive energy that's coming in, or is this going to be a vampiric energy that's like that you're allowing to siphon your power? You know what I mean? It's like, is this something that you know when you get involved with it, your focus is just solely on this and then you neglect the other things going on in your life? And is that something that you want, you know? Because it's not even like, ooh, like somebody bad is coming into your life. Like, it's not like that at all. It's like, is this something that you can entertain and still balance the other things going on in your life? Like, this is all about you. It's not about the other people. It's not what they're doing. It's not about that other person. It's all about you here, Aries. And the decision that you're making for you and what's best for you. Because I'm seeing too in the past, this could have been something that you were like, I can handle this along with all of the other things that I'm trying to handle. And it did not go that way. Like, you saw very quickly that this was like an energy that's so out of balance. Again, I'm getting like the vortex thing. It's like you just get sucked into it completely. And then, like, what's going on with those other things that you're meant to be managing, that you're responsible for? At the end of the day, there's going to be a decision that you'll make, but give it the time that you need. Like, I'm seeing you need to think something over before you respond to it, but that you are going to advocate for yourself in the way that you need to. You're going to say what you need to. Express yourself from a grounded space. And it's going to be one less thing to worry about once you get that conversation over and done with, or you make that decision. Capricorn, Saturn, Pluto, the Sun. It's like, is this worth the stress or not? All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.